Hello students, standard 9. We started with the Lok Sabha yesterday, and in that I explained to you about the composition of the Lok Sabha. Then a lot of things were explained. Today we'll be doing the sessions of the houses. Sessions means the meetings. So here the period during which the house meets to conduct its business is called session. Means 3 times in a year they have the session, they have the meeting. Okay. And this meeting, the period during which the house meets to conduct its business, its work. Okay. This is called session. Then who has a power to call for session? Who calls the session? The president summons or calls the sessions of each house of the parliament. Means the Lok Sabha as well as the Rajya Sabha, both the houses, sessions are called by the president. How many sessions are there in a year? So normally there are 3 sessions of the parliament held in a year. And which are the year begins with the budget session. Every year the session takes place, and the year begins with the budget session followed by monsoon session, and then we have winter session. Okay, so normally how many sessions we have? We have 3 sessions of parliament, and every year begins with the budget session followed by monsoon session, and then we have winter session. Now, what should be the maximum period that can intervene between 2 sessions? So, at least 2 sessions should be there in a year. We have how many sessions? 3 sessions. But at least how many sessions should be there in a year? 2 sessions in a year. Okay, and what should be the maximum period gap? What should be the maximum gap between the 2 sessions? It's 6 months, not less than 6 months. Okay, not more than 6 months. I'm sorry, not more than 6 months. Then the president can prorogue the parliament of any house of the house. Okay, prorogue means end the session. So who ends the session? It is by the president. And then who dissolved? You always remember Lok Sabha dissolves every after 5 years. So who has a power to dissolve the Lok Sabha? The president has a power to dissolve the Lok Sabha. Who dissolves the Lok Sabha? The president dissolves the Lok Sabha. Then the president may call for a joint session. Joint session means both the houses, the Lok Sabha as well as the Rajya Sabha, sits together. So the president has a power to call for the joint session whenever it requires. Okay, in the coming videos, I'll be explaining to you about when the president can call for a joint session. In this, you only remember who has a power to call for a joint session. So the president has a power to call for the joint session. Joint session means the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, both the houses, sits together. Okay. Now, the languages to be used in the Lok Sabha or Parliament. So usually it is laid down that business of the Parliament is to be transacted either Hindi or English. Means it is in Hindi or English, but it does not mean that the mother tongue cannot be used. Mother tongue also can be used in case a person does not know Hindi or English. It is translated. It is translated in Hindi or English. Okay. Now, important powers, advantages of the Lok Sabha. What are the importance of the Lok Sabha? What are the powers of the Lok Sabha? What are the advantages of the Lok Sabha? So, it controls the exchequer of the state. Who? the Lok Sabha. How? Money bill. We have two types of bills, the ordinary bill and the money bill. So money bill, which is related to money. So money bill can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha. Means the Lok Sabha only has a power to introduce the money bill in the Lok Sabha. It cannot be introduced in the Rajya Sabha. It means the Rajya Sabha has got no power relating to money bill, relating to the introduction of the money bill. The next, it is the Lok Sabha which actually controls the executive or the government or the council of minister. Okay? How? If motion of no confidence is passed in the Lok Sabha, it will oblige the government to resign. But if the same motion of no confidence is passed in the Rajya Sabha, it does not oblige the government to resign. Okay, that means motion of no confidence, it is passed in both the houses. But which house is having more power? The Lok Sabha. If this motion of no confidence is against executive is passed in the Lok Sabha, it will make the government fall. The whole ministry has to resign. But the same motion is passed in the Rajya Sabha, it does not oblige the government to resign. Then, in almost all other fields, the Lok Sabha has an upper hand because it is greater in numeral strength. Suppose a joint session takes place. There, who will be having a greater advantage? Lok Sabha. Why? Because it is having more number of members compared to Rajya Sabha. 545 members are there in the Lok Sabha and 245 members are there in the Rajya Sabha. Did you understand here? Okay. So this you have to remember in the Lok Sabha advantages or the importance of the Lok Sabha. So you have studied today the sessions of the Lok Sabha, where you studied the three sessions, and these three sessions are called by the president. They are prorogued by the president. There is maximum period between these, maximum gap between two sessions should be 6 months. The president has a power to dissolve the Lok Sabha. Then president has a power to call for the joint sitting. Language which can be used is Hindi or English. Importance, you said you studied that the money bill can only originate in the Lok Sabha, not in the Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha controls the executive. If vote of no confidence is passed in the Lok Sabha, it will oblige the government to resign. But if the same vote is passed in the Rajya Sabha, it does not oblige the government to resign. And it is greater in numeral strength. So it is having upper hand in every field. So this, please learn it. Thank you very much.